Chapter 63-34. Helena quickly defended herself. "Grandma, I am still very reserved." The old queen shook her head and sighed. "You are usually very reserved and have the demeanor that a royal family should have. But when you are in front of Charlie, you become an infatuated little girl." After that, she couldn't help but sigh. "Last time I asked you to find a way to get closer to Charlie. If you had listened and done as I said, maybe your belly would be bulging now." "Grandma." Helena remembered that her grandmother had been persuading her to get pregnant with Charlie's child and leave a descendant for the Iliad royal family, and she almost did it. She couldn't help but feel extremely shy, and her cheeks flushed with shame. Even though she was already in a high position, she was still a girl who longed for romance and true love. If she really had to give up all her sense of shame and take the initiative to get pregnant with Charlie's child, she really couldn't make up her mind. And she didn't know how to face Charlie in the future. So, she hurriedly said, "Grandma, Mr. Wade has been very kind to us. You were able to wake up from your coma, and I was able to inherit the throne all thanks to his help. I hope that our family can maintain a long-term friendly relationship with Mr. Wade. This will be the best outcome for us. If you are ill in a few years, relying on our friendly relationship over the years, I can still shamelessly go to Mr. Wade to ask for medicine for you. And I believe that with Mr. Wade's character, he will definitely not refuse. But if our little action leads to a rift between the two sides, it may not be so easy to ask him for medicine again." The old queen's expression was stern, and she also figured out the subtlety. The Chinese often talk about affection more than interests. If the Iliad family continues to maintain a good relationship with Charlie, with this affection, if she has any health problems in the future, as Helena said, Charlie will certainly lend a helping hand. Thinking of this, she immediately realized and said, "Helena, you have considered it more thoroughly than me. Just follow your own plan." As she said that, she couldn't help but whisper a reminder. "You are only in your 20s now, and having children is indeed not a matter of urgency. But before you are 40, you must solve this problem no matter what. Otherwise, even if you are not in a hurry, so many people in this country who love you will be anxious for you." Helena nodded. "It's not more than 10 years, there is no hurry." While speaking, the captain of the guard stepped into the main hall and said loudly to Helena, "Your Majesty, the guests have entered the palace." Helena was instantly overjoyed, and hurriedly lifted up her skirt and walked quickly outside the hall, saying to the captain of the guards, "Notify everyone to stay away, and no one is allowed to approach without my order." "Yes, Your Majesty." At this time, the car that Charlie was riding drove all the way into the palace, and came to the square in front of the main hall. As soon as the car stopped, Helena and the old queen's grandparents and grandchildren came out to greet them. Charlie and Maria got out of the car, and Helena came forward and said respectfully, "Mr. Wade, welcome to Northern Europe again." After that, she looked at Maria beside him and said with a smile, "This must be Miss Lin, right?" Maria smiled sweetly, bowed slightly, and said, "I am Kathy, a commoner, and I meet Her Majesty the Queen." Helena didn't know Maria's background. She only heard Charlie say that the person accompanying her was a sister who liked Northern Europe very much. So he brought her to see the world. This time, she saw that she was indeed not very old, and looked like she was only 17 or 18 years old. But this girl was really beautiful, and her every frown, smile, and every move were indescribably noble. Helena herself was born into the royal family, and she could see that Maria had an extraordinary temperament, which was definitely not possessed by children from ordinary families. So she took the initiative to extend her hand to Maria, and said with a smile, "Miss Lin is not a Nordic citizen, and you are Mr. Wade's sister. You don't have to be so polite to me, and you don't have to perform formalities. Just call me Helena. I think Miss Lin should be younger than me. If you are not shy, it's okay to call me sister." Maria was slightly startled, then looked at Charlie. Then at Helena, and said with a smile, "That's good, Sister Helena."